holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Here comes the D swarming to the line. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Robertson. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good... And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here's Stafford. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed... extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Taken in at the 22. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And the D looking like they may blitz. Now they'll run it on the toss. Fighting through, and he's got space. A big play there for the Bengals. 47 yards on the ground. You see a run like that, and I don't know if that happens in week 1 or 2, but as this year has worn on, he has gotten better and better, this rookie.
And so much for the rookie wall. We always hear about guys breaking down near the end of the season. Not in this case. He's only gotten stronger and better.
On first down at Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A first half update now from Philadelphia. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure to hit.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They're going to try and throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And got his man complete. An unbelievable play there on 4th and long. 45 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back? Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It goes underneath to Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because
the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Vontez perfect. In from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And his throw here is incomplete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. First down now, but that clock rolling.
After reviewing the play, the running on the field is reversed.
first down. He'll drop to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Back to throw now on first down. He dumps it down to Ingram. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here. Happy holidays, Larry. Your gift? Take the halftime show off, partner. We got some football to get to. This will be fielded at the 8. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. So the D-line's going to spread out. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
this defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth.
That's caught at the 25. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 57 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of what?
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On third down, Stafford caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going deep downfield for Ross. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 10 yards still left on second down. They'll drop the throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now back to throw. This one complete to Ingram. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
That is today's NFL, isn't it? If you're going to be a running back in this league, you've got to be complete to stay on the field, at least for those 3 downs we talk about. Got to be able to catch it, which he's doing quite well in this one. 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, a little unconventional. He hasn't been able to cross the goal line as a runner, but as you say, twice as a receiver. Stafford on first down. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down and 11-yard pickup. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's brought down. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, Because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now it's Stafford. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Stafford. It's caught by Treadwell. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. To throw is Stafford. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Going right side here, and that's complete. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. A handoff as they run the counter play. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And his kick is indeed good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And Charles, he hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
Exactly. And this was by far the most nerve-wracking. They just stepped up and calmly banged it through.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they